Hey folks, and welcome to DevTrends. Today we're going to talk about new You Don't Need repositories and the state of JavaScript 2018. We live in the world of libraries. There are tons of vendor stuff in our average project. Memes about bottomless node modules speak for themselves, and we are often install dependencies without thinking if we do really need them. So there is one classic website which shows that we don't really need to include the whole big library if you use only some of its features. And it's called You Might Not Need jQuery, and it was especially popular a few years ago. It shows how to replace jQuery methods with native DOM ones, even if you aim at some older browser like Internet Explorer 8. But with the evolve of React and Vue, jQuery became less popular library to be included in every project. But still we have Lodash or Moment.js, which are being bundled quite often, though used not that extensively. And there is a GitHub account called You Don't Need that contains different repositories with a single purpose to teach us how to avoid unnecessary dependencies. Let's, for example, take You Don't Need Moment.js. So, this repository contains all the information you need to switch from Moment.js to less heavy libraries like Date.fns or Date.js. And the problem with Moment is that it is built around object-oriented programming principle and thus is non-tree shakeable. And it means you have to include all the library in your frontend without possibility for Webpack or other bundler to remove unused code. So, the repository shows you how to replace commonly used Moment functions with alternatives from more lightweight libraries. Moreover, if you switch to, for example, Date.fns library, you will get tree-shakeable modules as Date.fns itself are just pure low-level functions and thus include in your bundle only what's used. And another interesting repository here is You Don't Need Lodash _. And it, as the name suggests, provides you with a native alternative to Lodash and underscore methods, like chunk, compact, contact, fill, and others. And another great thing about this repository is that it also includes information about the browsers that support it. This way you can be sure that utility methods can be easily replaced with native one. So when starting a new project, just weigh the pros and cons of adding additional library, because most of the time you don't really need all the features it provides and can get along with pure native JavaScript. So there in the world is one largest survey concerning JavaScript ecosystem, and it's called the State of JavaScript. And recently this year's survey has started. There are tens of thousands of developers taking participation in it, and this number is growing every year. And the State of JavaScript was created a few years ago by Sasha Grieve from Discover Meteor, and now along with other creators he hosts it from year to year. And let's switch and see what's its survey about. So this is the site of State of JavaScript. It contains all the surveys from previous years as well. So you can just, for example, switch to 2017 and see the results of the survey, and you see there is completely different design for this site. And if you just go to stateofjs.com, we can see that there is a new survey about this year, 2018, and we can take participation in it. So we just press Take Survey, the form loads. There are a lot of different questions concerning JavaScript, its ecosystem, models, and so on. And the common part in this survey is that you have a few options to answer the question. For example, if you never heard about this concept of this library and not sure what is it, you just press one button. This year's there is emoji for that. For example, if you heard but don't want to learn it, you press another button. If you heard and used and would like to use again, you press another button. So there are different parts in this survey, for example, JavaScript flavors, and you answer these questions with these emojis for example, different libraries. If you heard of it but not interested, let's just press some keys here, like ClojureScript, heard of it, maybe not interested. Elm, I think I would like to learn it someday. Flow, heard of it, used it, would avoid because as for me I'm using TypeScript. And you can see there are other options. If you, for example, press used it but would avoid, there are other options that are showing up, like why do you dislike this library, why do you dislike Flow, and this way it helps other developers or creators of this library to find out common problems with this library and possibly fix it in the future. So it's very, very comprehensive survey, like the greatest and the biggest survey of JavaScript, which is created yearly, and there are a lot of developers taking part in it. So I think we all should take part in it as well. So that's all for today, folks. All the links are in the description below. Thank you for watching and stay trendy.